I find the dating scene in Toronto really tough. Again, part of that boils down to my job and the fact that I don't get the opportunity to meet a lot of people. But even when I do, there seem to be very, very few interested singles. My name's Daniel. I'm 34 years old and my dog's name is Kelsey. Since my last relationship ended, it's been pretty dry. I haven't really met too many people. A couple that I've met that I've been interested in, but nothing's ever gone anywhere. Ultimately, I'd like to have a relationship, somebody to fall in love with and want to wake up next to every morning.
My name is Amanda and I am 35 years old and my dog's name is Tonka. I've had a few relationships, kind of in the 1-year range. Sort of surprising, I think, to be 35 and to say that I've never had a long-term relationship, but that is the truth. In my romantic life now, I think I'm ready to find someone to maybe not settle down, because I don't know if I'll ever settle down, but something more long-term and permanent. I'm not sure if I want to get married, but maybe that's in the cards. But I think right now I'm ready for something real.
I decided to get a dog actually after a breakup. The dog that I had with my ex was really the light of my life, and I realized that I missed having that companionship, so it seemed like a good idea to try and find somebody to fill that void. Kelsey is everything to me. She's my best friend. She is an amazing companion, great playmate, and if I'm ever having a bad day, she is always there to try and boost my spirits and try and get me to come around. Sometimes I kind of wish that Kelsey would bring me a little bit of attention from other singles. She makes friends everywhere she goes, especially if it's another dog lover. They will immediately come over and want to pet her. But so far, haven't really had any luck with meeting people with her.
Typically, I really only meet people online. It seems like people have forgotten the art of conversation and, meeting someone in a bar or coffee shop or grocery store. Tonka is a quirky character. Honestly, I never stop laughing with him. He's cheeky, he's stubborn sometimes. If he wants something, he'll give you a little nod of the head like that. I'm the ultimate dog lover. Everybody knows if it's not Tonka that's with me, it's someone else's. If I go traveling, my family asks me, do you do anything other than hang out with stray dogs? Tonka definitely increases the attention I get when I'm out. He has a pretty distinct look, and I think it's easier to meet people when you have a funny dog doing something and attracting attention. He appeals to guys, to men a lot, so he gets a lot of attention from men, and then, in turn I get to have those conversations. I am a bit nervous to go on the blind date. I've never been on one before, and typically, I think with online dating, it's made it a little bit less intimidating or more the norm that you don't know that much about a person when you're meeting them. But I usually have something to go on, a photo, maybe what they do for a living, where they live. But yeah, so going into it completely blind is a bit scary. Got to put yourself outside of your comfort zone every once in a while,
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm Amanda.
Amanda?
Nice to meet you.
Who's this?
This is Tonka, completely ignorant and oblivious to you.
Hi, Tonka.
Who's that? Kelsey. Hi. Hello. I think there's something set up here for us.
Okay. This is a neat little setup.
Yeah, look at the view of the city. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Wine?
Sure. Say when. Cheers.
Cheers. I think we're supposed to ask each other some questions.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first?
I can go first. All right, random card. What was your first impression of me? Boy, that gives it some
I'm
time.
still developing one.
Still developing one?
Yeah, but so far so good. Yeah.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yes. Oh, this is a good one. What's the craziest thing you've experienced on a date?
Oh boy. Well, I had a first date where the girl I was going out with showed up dressed like she had just climbed down off a stripper pole.
Okay.
And within 20 minutes of meeting her, I learned her entire sex history, including the woman she was currently sleeping with.
Oh, wow.
So that
okay, yeah, that's really getting into it right away.
Needless to say, I didn't see her again.
Fair enough.
What about you?
I once had a guy put on an episode of South Park. That was a good one. I don't know if you watched South Park. It was the episode where people are pooping out their mouths, so not exactly.
Never watched the show, but
high
I've heard of that
romance,
episode.
yeah. He also had a framed photo of his cat, which, no offense if you have a cat and
I don't.
you have a framed photo of him. I said this to someone the other day, and they're like, I have a framed photo of my cat.
I have a framed photo of my dog.
Well, yes, that's different though. What do you think is harder work, being single or being in a relationship?
I think it's kind of a 50-50. They each have their own challenges. Being single, it's tough sometimes, especially for somebody like me, when you don't really have anybody to do anything with.
Yeah.
So that makes it a bit of a challenge.
You have her.
Yes. Okay. What about you?
I think definitely being in a relationship, because I'm pretty good at being single now, I think. So it doesn't.
Yeah.
It really just feels like natural.
Just another day.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know. I'll know I found the one when, even though it'll be hard work, it should still feel like fun hard work, or when it does get tough, that it feels worth it in the end.
That's a good answer.
I don't know. How do you find dating in Toronto?
Rough.
Yeah.
I guess I've never really been great at approaching people either, so that adds to the challenge. And I find that pretty much everybody is just going to the online thing, but the problem with that, and at least in my opinion, is they're always looking for that greener grass.
Yeah.
So you might go on a date with somebody and you think, you know what, I really like this person, I'd like to see them again. And I go, yeah, you know what, no, I'm going to go on and see if I can meet somebody
There might
else.
be someone else. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Nice to meet the little peanut. Do you have some weird names you call her?
Like little nicknames?
Yeah.
I abbreviate her name to Kels.
Okay.
Muffin, Angel, Sweetie Pie.
T-Money.
T-Money.
T-Money, yeah. Well, yes. Cheers.
Cheers.
Nice to meet you.
You too. Today was pretty unique as far as the dating experience goes. I've never had anything like that. I had a good time. It was a lot of fun meeting Amanda and meeting Tonka as well. Great wine and some really fun and funny conversation. So enjoyed it.
I did have fun, yeah. It was much less scary than I thought it would be.
I think the two dogs got along pretty well. They didn't seem too interested in playing with each other after the initial sniff, but no, they didn't have any issues with one another, so can't complain there.
I think the two dogs could have cared less about each other. But, you know, they didn't seem to hate each other, which was good.
I could see myself potentially making friends with Amanda and potentially something else developing beyond that. I guess time will tell. We'll have to see.
I didn't really feel a romantic connection with Dan, but it was a first date and it was a blind date, so you never know. And it would be fun to have a new friend with a dog, so that's good.